Good morning and welcome to the Marine Mammals Training Center Facebook Live. My name is Michelle and we're coming at you today with another live patient update from our hospital here in Brigantine. And we have a lot of updates for you guys today. We are now caring for 7 seals here in our hospital. We're in the pool house right now, and if you could see towards the back of the pool, that is the male gray seal from Seabright. He's been moved to the pool so that he could prepare for his eventual return to the wild. This area here, so we have this 30-foot long pool. There's also an outside, fenced-in outside area as well that's actually right off the bay that you can see right there. And they come to this area so they could build up their swimming muscles, increase their diving endurance, and in general just get physically fit after their treatment is done. So as you can see, he's not interested in me being in here right now, which is great. We don't want them to be very interested in humans, so we're going to move on, but I just wanted you guys to pop in and see him real quick. And we're going to go ahead and take a tour of the rest of our hospital today. So we're going to head on over to the ICU now and check out the patients that we have in there currently. If you guys get our newsletter, and of course if you guys follow us on Facebook, yesterday we released the hospital update. As of noon yesterday, we had 6 seals, but then shortly after we released the update, as it always happens, we got a call for another seal. So that seal is in the next building that there's 4. So we're going to stop at pen A right now. So this is post-feeding time. So everyone has had their breakfast and is resting and digesting before we fill up their pens again, or their pools again. So this is the male from Ocean City. He's the one that was wandering in the middle of the road. As of last week, he started showing interest in food. So now when we fill him up and we offer him food, he plays with it and shreds it. Generally, gray seals, they'll take a fish by the head and use their powerful front flippers and almost fillet the fish on either side of the head and kind of break it up into 3 pieces. So that's what he's starting to do. He's starting to practice doing that. He still requires assist feeding right now, but that's okay. So as long as he's starting to show interest, hopefully he'll start eating on his own soon. But he's been doing really well. He's been getting a lot of rest here. He's now rehydrated. He was very dehydrated when he came in, so he was getting supplemental tube feedings to help build up his hydration. So overall, he's looking pretty good. We're going to move on over to pen B. Pen B is the gray seal that's stranded in Island Beach State Park last Friday. He's the one that had an eventful journey here because then on the way back, our truck broke down while he was in it. So that was quite an adventure for him. But he's in our hospital now, doing pretty well. He's also showing interest in fish, which is great. Doing the same thing the other seal is doing, shredding it. And that's basically how they learn to start taking food on their own. And all these seals here are approximately 4 to 6 weeks old. So, and the interesting thing about gray seals, a lot of people don't realize they actually only stay with their mothers and nurse for about 2 weeks, and then their mother abandons them. Once they're about 2 to 3 weeks old, their mother leaves them on the beach. They're all born on these islands up in New England and even in Canadian waters. And basically, at a certain point, all the pups are just abandoned and they're left to their own devices to figure out how to hunt and how to forage. And then they start making a very long trek south. And it takes some of them anywhere from 300 miles if they're coming from New England to 900 miles if they're coming from Canada. And yes, we actually have had seals from Canada that came with tags from Sable Island, Canada. So Sable Island, Nova Scotia in Canada. So it has happened before. We've had some confirmed in Brigantine that have swam all the way from Canada. So we're going to pop in on pen C. I'm going to lower my voice because she's napping. So pen C, this is the little lady that was in Point Pleasant Beach, and she washed up on the street as well during an extremely high tide during some stormy weather. I'm glad she's actually hauled out right now so you could see how much better she looks. Look at her body condition. When she first came here, she kind of looked like a deflated little balloon. She was very wrinkly, lots of extra skin. And now look, we have some pudge. So she's eating 9 pounds of fish a day, so she's definitely putting on weight, filling in, obviously nice and hydrated now. So our little girl from Point Pleasant is looking great. Her body condition is really nice now. And it's interesting because when we first started doing these updates this season, she was the littlest one in the hospital, but now she's a little bit of a chunky monkey, so we're pretty happy about that. So moving on to Pen D. Pen D is our gray seal that's stranded in Bethany Beach, Delaware, and was transferred here for rehabilitation by the Murrah Institute. She's also a female. Same thing as the other 3. She is in the learning phase right now of how to eat on her own. So we offer her fish, and she shreds it and tears it apart. So just like the other 2 males, she's still being assist fed, but again, she's learning. So, you know, any progress with these guys is great. So, but as you can see, she's actually a little bit smaller than her neighbor, who was previously the smallest seal in our hospital. So now we're going to head on over to the Quonset hut area. Yeah, I'm seeing some comments here. Yes, it is a busy season. We have 7 seals in our hospital. When I came on the live broadcast, I was talking about how we did a patient update just yesterday at about noon, outlining how many seals we had and an update on each. And no sooner did we publish that and send our newsletter out and post it on Facebook that we got a 7th seal. And look who's back. So our stranding truck that broke down on the way back from Island Beach State Park, picking up that little seal, is back in our lot and has been repaired. So we are very, very happy. Thank you guys so much for all the donations that you guys have sent in to help repair the truck. The total bill with towing came to $1,570. And within a day and a half of us going live on Facebook and posting the fundraiser on Facebook, between our website and Facebook, you guys raised it and covered the bill. So we are extremely grateful. So now we're going to head on over to the Quonset hut. This is our overflow building, and we're going to introduce you to 2 gray seals from Sea Isle City. So if you guys were on our Facebook Live on I believe it was Monday when we went live, this first seal was just being admitted. So we're going to take a little look. And here he is. He's actually snoring. I could hear him. Oh, there he is. There we go. All right, so this is a male gray seal. So he's resting right now, upside down. These guys, both of the seals here in the hut, are actually a pretty good size for their age. They're in the 45-pound range, but their issue is they've all now experienced other things that would bring them into rehab. So this guy has several wounds, some small injuries, and also has a bit of a respiratory infection. So that's why he's here. So even though he is a good weight, he needs medical treatment for an illness, a respiratory infection, and to treat some wounds. So now we're going to pop on over to our newest arrival. This is our Valentine's Day seal. She came yesterday. She also came from Sea Isle City, which is interesting. So they stranded within a day of each other in Sea Isle City. This is a female gray seal. She's actually got a lot more wounds on her body than the male does. So she's got nicks and cuts all over her body, and one of her flippers is swollen. She also has a respiratory infection too. So again, even though she's, her weight looks good, she has an illness that needs to be treated. So these are the new kids. So like we said, we have 7 seals in the hospital right now. And we're just so grateful for all of our supporters that have been going to our Facebook page, going to Instagram, going to our website, sending donations via the mail, people stopping by on the weekends when the museum's open, dropping off donations, or shopping our Amazon wish list. We're just so grateful for all of you guys, because really without you guys, we couldn't be there to help these animals. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day. and take care.